entering Kingsley Plantation. It's been, well, maybe 15 years. This is also the most noteworthy clubhouse for the Reball Club. Reball being a historic figure in this area, for which there's a school, of course, on the north side named Reball. So very much like Mendez, I think Menendez carries its history in South or in St. Johns County. You have Reball in Duval County. Well, after stopping for a moment to allow a car to pass by, these are pretty narrow roads, more or less one way, but this is a little familiar, a little. Of course, you have the usual kind of island and seacoast vegetation. Can't say that I know any of it, but by name, but it's thick and sometimes razor sharp. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. These are the classic tabby ruins. Of course, tabby made from cement, local raw materials, and oyster shells, things of that sort. And it's amazing still that the structure, no doubt, has had some work done to it, but it's still standing. I can see some of the framing that's been added to preserve the windows or door openings. Very crude, but yet very effective as far as protecting and providing shelter for those who habitated these islands and coastal areas during that era. Well, this was all the more reason to make this an adventure, in that once you leave or enter St. George Island, I guess it's St. George Island, you much to my surprise, you're on a dirt road. And again, this would have been an exciting part of a day trip like this, just like going to, say, for example, Fernandina and Fort Clinch, where you would get on dirt roads as well, if I recall. Maybe, just maybe, at least in the camping areas, the primitive camping area. And so another thing that we'll notice is that I'll bring to your attention is a lot of water collecting, because we just are traveling this way right after several days of rain and a tropical storm that blew into the Atlantic coast. Our dirt road, 1.5 miles or 2 miles from the main highway, A1A, to Kingsley, and here we have would be an inlet. Maybe tide water is, the tide is perhaps out now. Right at the present, you can see markings, however, of the tide at its crest, and it certainly smells very much the odor, whether you like it or not, of the marshes, and oftentimes the decaying, water-damaged organic material. It gives off, of course, a gas. Again, sometimes it's very nauseous, the smell. And in general, some might find it like home.